Guys, welcome back to the garage. Thanks for tuning in. This here's the new project. I was told it's like a coaster or something like that. 49cc dirt bike. It's actually pretty tall, and it's missing a carburetor. So I'm going to try to pull the one off this weed whacker here and put on this and see if it'll match up. So that's just what I'm doing right now. I'm going to go ahead and get that all removed off of there, see if it lines up, and I'll bring you guys back. This is what we're working on. The forks are bent and the handlebars are bent, and then broken brake lever and broken plastics, broken gas tank. But hey, it's a project. So I was going through my little bin of bolts, and I don't have the right screws I need, and the carburetor off this is not a direct bolt up onto this engine. So what I did is, there's a little mounting plate that bolts right there where that square is. That's this bottom one here. You see how there's two different colors? The darker color one's off the mini bike, and then this one here is off a different engine. Move, cat. The engines actually that this came off of is the engine that I had got with the red mini chopper, which I actually traded the red mini chopper for this little dirt bike. So we're using this little bracket off of that engine as an adapter so we can bolt that carburetor on there, hopefully. So, but with the way this is, that bolt I can't put in, so I'm going to mount the darker plate back on the engine and then put the adapter on and then put the carburetor on. So that's what I'm about to do, guys. Alright guys, so it's beautiful out, so we moved the project outside, brought the kids out because they're awake. We got, I don't know how well you can see it, but the first bracket's back on the original one. Now I'm about to take and attach that there on the right bracket, carburetor mount, and then we're going to attach that carburetor to it. So, guys, I just want to go bolt this up, but now that this here little bracket's mounted, when I go to mount this one, mount that part in, the top screw in this corner over here, this top one is in the way. So I'm going to go get my grinder and I'm going to notch this out here a little bit and make it fit. So that's the next step. Alright guys, I got the little carburetor intake on, so hopefully it don't leak, but it's mounted nice and snug, so we should be all good to send it. Now it's time to mount the carburetor on and see if it'll fire up. Guys, finally got the throttle hooked up, got it zip tied up there and right there on the right. Got the gas tank just kind of held on with some old wire. See if that'll work. I just want to fire it up and hear it run. I put the brake handle on it for the rear brakes to work again. So, only thing I haven't done is hook up a kill switch basically. So, we'll see if it fires up and go from there, I guess. So I had it running, but I need to put some gasket maker in here because it was leaking a little bit of fuel, I noticed. But the only way I was able to get it to run is if I had it up on bricks. Anytime I stopped the back tire, it'd kill the engine. So I pulled the little transmission clutch off, and that's what we find. So, not really a good sign in my opinion, but the one bolt had came out and started stripping, so I have it right here. I'm gonna try to do my best to get it back in there and maybe try to order a new one. I'm not sure. Hopefully this one will stay together long enough for me to ride it. Maybe do an engine swap on it. It's kind of a bigger frame, so should work nice for something different if need be, but we'll see if we can get this to work like it is so we can ride it. Guys, I was able to get that bolt in. It's that top right one over here. So I got it tight. We're going to put the springs back on. I just use a pair of pliers. Usually needle nose work best in a flathead, but I don't know where mine are, so I'm just using a regular flathead and a regular pair of pliers and bring it back together. Springs are back on, so now it's time to put a little clutch transmission back on and chain on, 3 bolts, should be pretty good to go. Alright guys, so got the carburetor on there, got the throttle all hooked up, wired up the kill switch and whatnot. So I just gotta zip tie it up out the way, that way the exhaust doesn't burn through it. But I just had it running. I need to order the proper carburetor and order a new tank, because this one, the caps broke on it and the petcock is broke off the tank. So, but with the carburetor system I rigged up on it, it works. Let's see if we can fire it up. Alrighty guys, well that's it for this one. Hopefully I'll be able to get a ride video up of it soon. See how it does with this carburetor system on it. And then get the new one ordered and see how much of a difference actual proper carburetor for it is. I was on a mini bike group on Facebook the other day and I found out this is a Z Desert Racer 50cc. Or 49cc 2-stroke. So should be pretty fun. It's actually pretty nice size for a 49cc, but that's all for this one guys. Stay tuned, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.